Hello, Anishi. I'm Heather.
I'm Hannah, and today we are going to be talking about staying sane during COVID-19. Ah. I say that because I'm sure that's how all of us are feeling at this point. Um, and we want you to know we're here for you. If you need a word of encouragement, you need something positive, please let us know in the comments below. We want to know how you're doing. Are you staying safe? There's been so much information thrown at us over the last few months, with stats on this virus, the pandemic, social distancing, which we are extremely grateful for and happily complying to, and just all sorts of things. Shelter in place. I think almost a lot of states are enforcing that. You might be in a state where that's not happened yet, but just so much can make you go a little crazy, and sometimes staying indoors for too long can make you feel a little cooped up. And if you're doing well, it can make you, want to, I don't know, just make you go a little not sane, a little nuts. I don't know, at least that's how I felt at times. Just like, I want to stir, and get out. But, throughout this video today, we're probably going to share a few things that we're doing to stay sane or to even enjoy or make the most out of quarantine. And then we want to hear from you. What are some things that you're doing? Again, comment below. Tell us what's going on. We love interacting with you. You guys have provided wonderful comments so far, and it's so great to hear from you. But yeah, Heather, how are you handling COVID-19? I mean, right now we're doing our first ever digital, digital episode where we're not together in the same room. So,
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
It's weird. It's weird not being with you. I miss you.
Me too. But yeah, how are you handling this?
It's been kind of a whirlwind because typically in my day job, as you know, we work together. But in our day jobs, I do not typically get the opportunity to work from home very often. So it's been an adjustment, but it's been a really good adjustment overall. And I feel like I've been really successful in my communications with other people. I know in an episode we talked about communication, and I took that to heart and said, okay, let's figure out these great communication skills and utilize them for this time frame. And they've been really working. This video communication has really been helpful for me to stay sane in a way because I can see another person on the other side of the camera. And sometimes just getting that face-to-face interaction for me makes me feel less alone and less, by myself in all of this. My husband is here with me all the time, so that's nice too. And we've been kind of hanging out a little bit more. We'll go to lunch together, like during our lunch break at work. Like if you were in a big office, you know how you meet your coworkers for lunch and we sit for lunch? That's what we do. We're like, okay, lunchtime is this time. We both walk into the kitchen and have lunch together. So I was like, wow, we've never had lunch together during the work day.
That is so sweet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we've done that. And, we try and take breaks as much as we can because just sitting there and working all day, I mean, I'm very lucky to have a job at this time. And I don't want to take that for granted, but you do need breaks because I tend to work a lot more when I'm at my house than I would if I had a time to drive home, right?
Right.
So that's one thing. And then I've been staring a lot at the squirrels in my backyard. I've named one Gluten because they're very large and in charge. And every time I see them, they have like a bagel or a cracker. Or they're eating something, so their favorite thing is gluten. They are not gluten-free, and that's okay. And they are enjoying life outside while we're inside, okay? So I wave at the squirrels outside while I'm sitting here.
Wow, gluten. I love it. Like, what? That's so funny.
Entertainment.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, it's sometimes it beats watching, all the Netflix shows you can. Some nature can give you some real entertainment. Oh my goodness. Oh, right. I'm glad you guys are doing well and being safe. And yeah, bringing up working from home, I agree. I think that, you tend to work a lot more when you're home and you don't have that structured time to leave every day. It's very tempting to just work late, 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 late. I remember the first week that we were in quarantine, I was like, oh, I can go forever. I can work all the time. And then by the end of the second week, I was like, oh my goodness, my eyes. Yeah, like I felt like, like I was in The Walking Dead. Like, whoa, like I gotta take some breaks. And I agree. Yeah, you've got to pace yourself, but it has challenged me to up my game as far as just being an over communicator, asking more questions, and not caring if the question I have to ask is stupid. I know that we brought that up in one of our earliest episodes, was not being afraid to ask the question. And it is nothing like this situation that brings out the fact that some of those people that you think are the smartest people in the world, in that room, actually, you might be that smart person in the room. So put that hand up virtually and ask that question. I've been realizing like, hey, you know what? I can do this. This question is actually valid and smart. So in that sense, it's been great. I've had some challenges with, building a new project, something I'd never done before, having to present that virtually without being able to see the head nods or the hmms of my peers was so challenging for me. And I wanted to just stop in the middle of this meeting, but I didn't. And it was good. I thought that was really great. So yeah, for all of you out there, what are some things that you've actually found you're good at while being in this isolation? Things that you've had to change or try or adjust. I know all of us have had to adjust things. Yes, I know here we've been trying to take at least a walk every day while the sun's out. And we have our puppy. I'm sure you've heard me mention him on some of our other videos. And he's bored in quarantine too, especially if it's raining or super cold. He can't just go outside and be free. So we've had to get really creative with what we do with him in the house. So our house has turned into a big fetch zone. And he's super sweet, and he's learned, who's boss by now, for the most part.
You were telling me too that you've had that time to kind of bond with your puppy, and you weren't able to do that as much. Your husband works from home a lot more, as does mine. And but you were telling me that you've had that like more bonding time with your dog and now he kind of recognizes you a little bit more and sees you as an authority figure. And that's kind of cool that you've been able to develop that bonding, but also be able to be that that other trainer of his, that other authority figure for him, not just your husband who's there with him all the time,
Yeah, oh, it's been so nice because we took him to puppy class right before quarantine started, and I've been able to use those tools and practice with him. And together we're a great team on getting him trained, and it's been great because he finally did understand that I'm his dog mom now. So I love him, but don't bite me.
Right, exactly.
Or there are consequences. No,
it's a little nippy, those puppies, but he is adorable and growing, and I can't wait for the episode where you show him a little bit more.
Yes, hopefully that's coming soon. He's a sweetie. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get in stretches, being pregnant at this time definitely is one of those potential fear factors of oh my goodness, I'm considered a high risk person. There's plenty of opportunity to feel afraid. But I literally have had to make a decision, I'm going to take these bad thoughts and move them over here and replace them with good thoughts. And instead of being afraid, what am I going to do to protect myself? So that's been interesting. So I've just been trying to read up, on that and doing exercises to stretch, because when you're home, you sit all day, and I don't know about you, but I tend to eat a lot more. So I'm like, oh yeah, pizza rolls, yum. So yeah,
comfort foods. We ended, how everyone went and bought toilet paper. Well, and then my husband and I we went and like bought a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So did we. Oh, yeah. I ate my tub like all by myself.
Like
Yeah.
nobody was buying ice cream, but he and I just enjoy it. And we're probably overeating our ice cream a little, but we're having that bonding moment and we'll remember it forever.
It's worth it. You just stick on a good movie, like, Frozen 2, or something, that you want. And then it's like perfect. It's like a little date.
Yeah.
Movies.
Yeah, we can't go out for ice cream. We can't go out anywhere. So we've been trying to cook meals as much as we can. We have enough food to like last for a few weeks. And we don't want to go anywhere if we don't have to. Obviously, we'll go to the grocery store if we need to. But I've seen people at the store that are really going nuts and grabbing everything they can see. And it's like, I normally don't get that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to be able to let people that don't have anything get the food, and we just grab what we typically get and what we need. And that's it. So I'm kind of surprised by how much people are kind of hoarding the food.
Yeah, and I think it was more of the hysteria and the mass panic that caused a problem, more than, obviously, COVID is extremely serious and we need to be taking that seriously, but there was a lot of extra panic, I think, that didn't need to happen, and it resulted, in hoarding, and people who do need food aren't able to get it because people are going, I think some people have been going way, way overboard. Yeah, when we went out, or had people out, we definitely tried to be a little more strategic in what we were getting. Like, okay, let's get a few things that we need that can last, we can freeze, that are like non-perishable, things like that. And only go out if we need fruits or veggies or something. So milk, like I've been needing milk lately, so get me that milk. I'm sure, the days are just blending together. I think someone said this was week 3, and I was like, day 117, like, year 5. I don't know.
We got like a mass email that says, sanity check for week 2, and I was like, week 2? I'm pretty sure it's week 3.
Yeah, like you need your sanity checked. Clearly, you're going insane. I'm sure you probably feel that way if you're watching. Sometimes I feel like, like, I don't know who is saying it, but you feel like you got this handled, and then some other new information comes out and you're like, what? Okay, and I've got to readjust. Now I've got to get more groceries, or something.
Yeah, it's hard to remember what day it is, just because like you're used to, on Mondays I have these kinds of meetings, and then Tuesdays I go and meet with so-and-so, and on Wednesdays maybe I have puppy class, or and so many things are canceled, and you're just trying to keep that normalcy. So I'm trying to keep up with, like, okay, we're standard meeting on Mondays, we're going to keep those going. Maybe instead of, if you have puppy class on Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe you make a point, Hannah, to say, okay, we're going to take that time we would normally go and we'll just like work on our training with our puppy or something. Maybe that's what you guys do.
Yeah, we definitely, for routines that we cannot control, we try to create a mock routine for it. Like for me, getting up in the morning, I try to have the same routine, a little adjusted before work, so that I'm like, okay, it feels normal. Now I have to implement that at the end of the day still. But when it comes to Groot or other extracurriculars, we carve out certain chunks of time during the day for training or for learning a new trick. Or if there's a weak area of his, we've tried a few minutes a day to focus just on that, or increasing the amount of time we're on walks, just to give us something that's like a little extra, or little mini workouts, things like that. So we definitely like adjust our routine, and we don't feel bad about things we can't do. So, and that's something for you out there. If you can't if there's something that you just can't control, or you can't make it up on your own or adjust on your own, don't feel bad. Let it go. Find something else to fill that space that's enjoyable. Like, you know, I know for me, I love British TV drama. And it's hard for me to not binge watch that on the weekends. So I've been trying, I'm like, okay, well, what's something coming up in my life that I think, you know, will be after this quarantine or even in the midst of it. So I've been reading, you know, prepping for that, finding little ways to get ready so that when it does happen, I'm good to go. What's an example of that for you? Is it taking a little mini online class? It doesn't have to be academic. It could be like a little cooking class online. It could be how to make a YouTube channel. It could be anything, really. A hair tutorial. Like, I love watching French braid videos because I have a lot of hair.
I wish I knew how to French braid. I literally don't know how. Maybe I should learn. I have enough hair for it.
I think it would be so much fun. And I've just been thinking, like, with this baby coming, like, I'm going to need my hair out of my face, but I want to look good. So, like, maybe French braids or something.
That would be fun for you.
Thank you. So something cute and fun, you know, because there's just so much information that you don't have to pick something academic, something else to learn like that, but something creative, you know, whatever speaks to you that's healthy and fun. You can even share with a friend virtually, or your spouse or your kids. I think that would be some advice we have for you. Heather, what do you think?
I think that, you know, in order to, you know, keep your day rolling, you have to just continue to think more about the positives, like you said, Hannah. Like I could be all mopey all the time and just sit here and not get anything done, worry about what the coronavirus is going to do. But we know it's serious. We know what precautions to take. And in the meantime, while you're here, you can't get stuck in your head all the time. So in order to feel like you're living in this capacity that you can, you have to, you know, just do something with yourself. So for me, it's a lot of working, and I'm trying to keep regular schedules as necessary. But I'm also, you know, trying to spend time with my husband in a different way. You know, we have the time. We typically are go, go, go. We're like on schedule all the time. And it's been a little bit more relaxed around here lately. Like, just like, oh, we can go chill and have some coffee together. Or we can just talk about stuff, and it's okay to do that. You know, we don't have some tight schedule. But I've also realized a lot of people have been, you know, like connecting on like FaceTime, just video chats in general. And so yesterday, Hannah was a tester. I did my like first, I just was like in the mood. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like face chat with people that I know. So I like called my sister for a while. And then I called Hannah and started talking to her. We had some group chats with a couple of friends of mine. So that was kind of fun because I don't see them on a regular basis that often. And we always have to schedule time to have these chats together. And just the fact that we took the time to video call each other is like unusual, but we're all sitting at home anyway. Why not? You know? So it was kind of cool to be able to spend time. And I was able, you know, when I was on the phone with Hannah, I saw her husband Clayton over there too. So we just had a good laugh. It was really fun and nice light moment. And I get to talk to you, Hannah, quite a bit because we work together. But you know, it's kind of that like, here's work and then here's real life, and we can have more of that laugh, fun, casual time together.
I agree. It was so needed. Just totally lighthearted, not connected to anything heavy or work related or anything like that. Just pure giggles and goofiness. And I think that's the positive part of this whole quarantine that I've really liked. You know, like you were mentioning, you get to spend a lot of time with your husband. And you talk through things, you're spending more time together. And I feel like for personally in my situation, I felt like we reconnected, you know, in a different way. And I felt like we were best friends again. Like we were able to be goofy and jokey and just get to know each other on a different level. You know, we're forced to slow down because, you know, like you said, you know, life piles things on, you get busy, and you're not in a bad place or anything like that. But, you know, now all this stuff is forced to stop, and you really just have each other. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And yeah, we've really been able to just open up more. And I love that aspect of it. So maybe there's someone, it could be your spouse, could be a sibling, a child, a friend that, you know, you've been able to just open up with and reconnect in that relationship. Let us know, please. I want to know. Yeah. So, or maybe there's something else going on too. Just either way, let us know. But yeah, like, again, I lost my train of thought. It's pregnancy brain. I'm going to blame it every time on that. Ha!
Like a little ding siren that's like,
Prego brain. Yeah. No bueno. Kidding. Yeah. Well, I've got, 4.5 more months of this. So y'all are stuck with me. Saying that.
It's not that bad to be stuck with you in this stage of your life. You're doing pretty good there.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness.
I'm so proud.
Thank you. I'm just so thankful that Heather still wants to be on this Hello Honesty journey with me, because, like, you know, we got excited, we planned our few videos, we had our photo shoot, and then I was like, hey, life change, I'm pregnant. Please don't leave me. And she's still here. So thank you for that. So, because I know I can, you know, throw people for a spin sometimes.
Yeah, well, then now we can talk about how you're feeling about it, and that maybe can be another episode at some point. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just how you're feeling about it, what process you're going through, and, you know, that would be great. Let us know if you'd like to hear more about Hannah's pregnancy, and if that's of interest to you. I am extremely interested, and I want to hear everything, because I ask 5 million questions of her already. So feel free to ask her your questions that you have. I am currently not going through that. So before I think about it or have an opportunity, I could prepare by learning from a friend. So that's always good. She'll teach me a thing or two, but I know all pregnancies are completely different. So you never know.
Yeah. Oh, so they're all so different. I'm like, who am I supposed to get advice from? I mean, the doctor, obviously, but in books and apps, Google actually answers a lot of questions. I'm so thankful I'm pregnant right now and not like years ago when that wasn't available. Because
in the 1800s.
Yeah, because I've had some like cheesecake, believe it or not, like rabbit trail. So for Valentine's Day, my husband made a cheesecake, and I was like, wait a minute, can I eat that? So I Googled it, and you can only eat cheesecake if it's baked in the oven versus like a no-bake cheesecake. So I texted him and was like, make sure you bake that. don't make the non-bake kind. And it's a good thing because he was gonna do the non-bake kind. And yep. So Google, man, helps pregnant women.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
Hallelujah. Hey guys, just bear with us. Social distancing.
I kind of forgot that we were actually that we were like making a video half the time, because I'm just talking directly to you.
Yes.
So it's kind of funny, but it's good. I mean, sometimes we just need to be ourselves on this channel anyway, and I'd like people to know us as us, and we have some advice, but it's mostly, you know, everyone seeing us for who we are and what we do. And I tend to talk too much, I've noticed, when editing these videos. So thank you for watching if you're still there.
We appreciate you. And one of our last pieces of advice, of course, is probably my favorite. go through a Hello Honesty videos while you're in quarantine and see,
Yes.
maybe there's a question you've got. We've got a brand new segment called Heather's Hat Chats. They're real life examples of women who are going through things, making decisions, being leaders, impacting their environments. They're going through challenges too. I've learned quite a few things from them. I think you will too. So I know you've got time. You're at home. So sit down and go through some of our videos and, get a refresher on what makes you confident. What are your dreams, passions? What's your communication style? Things like that. Check out the new Heather's Hat Chat segment because it's super fun and super cool. And she's got the best intro video I've ever seen. So it's just like makes me smile. So it'll make you smile, and it's just positive, and share them with your friends. And most importantly, share with us what's going on in your life during this quarantine. If you need any support for a friend or loved one who might be suffering from the coronavirus, or just, there's a lot of negativity right now. And if you need any positivity, uplifting word of encouragement, please tell us. We're proud of you. We're here to serve you. And we're so thankful for you.
Yeah, like and subscribe below. We want to hear from you, and we're just so glad to still be here and to be able to interact with you. And thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Hannah.
Bye, Heather.